Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Left-Handed Link. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it if you all would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification icon so you can get updated with my latest releases. So, before I begin, I was talking a little bit about the problems with the character Link this time around in this game. We'll get to that in just a second. I think I'm going to actually pick like I said many times, I pick levels based on the music that I'm interested in listening to. Soundtracks are great in this game. I'm sure many of you do the same. Some people will just pick because, great battle level. Then you get the purists, or I'd say radical purists, who believe, if it ain't Final Destination, then it ain't nothing. I believe that, when you hang out with your buddies, I think that's the last match you should play is on Final Destination. But at the same time, I really like an active level. So with that said, why don't we go ahead and pick? I did a Legend of Zelda level most recently. I want to go ahead and put something a little bit different in here. So how about I'm kind of thinking of a Kirby level. This one drives me nuts though, but hey, you know what? The hell with it. Here's one of the few pluses of Brawl. This King DDD's theme is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and go with it this time. Now, in the last video, I was discussing the problems with Link in this in Ultimate versus when he was in Melee. I mean, even Brawl Link was pretty good. I'll give that. I never played Smash 4, so I'll just say that I give Brawl Link probably the best review. I mean, he did have his problems, but I think that was pretty much one that was pretty good. We're gonna put Yoshi in here as I talk, and Kirby. So, but like a lot of what Brawl Link was Twilight Princess Link. So, we all thought like, okay, here's Dark Ocarina Link, and basically we all know that essentially Twilight Princess was Ocarina on crack. So it was what we wanted after the way that Nintendo juked us with Wind Waker. So I mean, going back to Wind Waker now, this is a huge digression, I understand that, but going back to Wind Waker now, it really was a great game. They didn't juke us by like showing that like extremely, realistic Zelda game, which we were all expecting when GameCube was first released, and we wouldn't have had such a bad reaction, I think, to when it was first brought to our attention, I guess is the way that I would say this. Anyways, so, okay, I got the super mushroom, or invincible thing. Can't think of the word. Oh yeah, superstar. That's the word that I'm looking for. Anyways, so anyways, that version of Link in Smash was pretty good. He still had his hook shot. He still had his standard bombs, and he still had just that feeling of like you actually are Link. He's gonna blow himself up. All right, well at least it wasn't me. That's all that matters. But really, I mean, I should be the only one who uses the bat. Okay, he's dropped it. Now I have it. Now he's grabbed that Kuko, and damn, really wanted to hit him. Why the hell am I getting? Oh. You know what? If I can't have it, then nobody can. Ah, jerk. Anyways, So that to me was a great link. The only problem with that link was, and of course, you know, you have to give Nintendo kind of just like, just give them, alright, I just got killed. You gotta give them like, you know, the, some leeway for the fact that Final Smashes, that was the first game with Final Smashes in it, and you know, it's kind of hard to really conceptualize how each one would work. I mean, sure, like now we know, like, yeah, some of those Final Smashes were just straight up bullshit. You know, like freaking Foxes, Wolves, and Falcos, which were essentially 10 minutes of trying to avoid a giant tank on the screen. But, you know, I think that they've managed to kind of even the playing field a bit now. But at the same time, I mean, you took away my freaking badass Final Smash with the, like, multiple hit Triforce, in which, like I said, both Child Link and Young Link and Toon Link still have that move. But like, where's mine? But like I said, they essentially like, the problem with that in Brawl, which I haven't seen it in this, I think they kind of realized like, hey, we gotta make sure that if this doesn't land, it doesn't just like fly off the screen, which was what the problem was with Brawl. If you didn't hit the person with it, you just basically went off the screen and killed yourself. So it was like, why would you really want to do a Final Smash if there's like a 90% chance of killing yourself, because there's such a slim chance of actually being able to hit the person. It's kind of like now with this Ancient Arrow Final Smash, which also not only does it take, you know, whatever, not only does it have like a short like opening, like window, I mean, you have to essentially be like right in here. We'll show you in a sec. And I just missed. So anyways, like, if it wasn't in that like short or narrow window of a blast, it wouldn't have done anything. And that's why it really isn't that great. And the other problem is it just doesn't really have too much power. Now, the biggest problem we'll come back to the Final Smash in a moment. Now, the biggest problem with Link now is the lack of, where is my freaking hook shot? That is my problem right there, okay? I'm not gonna freaking make this sound better than it actually is. I mean, they stole my hook shot. I want my hook shot back. The boomerang in Brawl was pretty badass because it was the Gale boomerang from Twilight Princess. But that was pretty badass, and I want my hook shot back. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'll keep on talking about this kind of stuff in future videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.